corporate stooge. So,
Catch Me Outside chick is out there.
watch out. Yeah, she went. So, Brian, we're talking about the people that moved just in next door to me right now, and that blonde girl.
I figured.
That blonde girl that came out, and I came home from work, and she starts snapping to whoever lives in her house. Y'all motherfuckers need to fucking get your Mountain Dew cans out of the fucking car every time you've... This is a 100-pound white blonde girl. And she reminds me of that Catch Me Outside. How about that chick? Like, are you kidding me? Chill out.
Well, they need to get their Mountain Dew cans out of the motherfucking car.
Get your fucking Mountain Dew. My favorite's the girl that has the... She's always wearing a Little Caesar shirt. And she has her whole gut hanging out the whole time. It's...
James, you realize you can never tell your neighbors about your podcast.
I don't give a shit.
I have a podcast. Don't listen to episode 11.
Yeah. We talk shit about your appearance before we even know you. That's America, right, though? That's what we do?
That's that Minnesota nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just hope for some updates on the Mountain Dew cans.
Well,
in the car.
Fuck the Mountain Dew cans. I still don't even know who lives there. Like, every day there's a different person coming in and out of the house. All right, 10 minutes in, and we still haven't received a text from Tom Brady. I'm pretty sure he no longer loves us.
Yeah. Don't think he ever loved you.
Don't say things like that.
Hey, is the title of this video going to be,
you just
We
heard James
texted
this
Tom Brady?
No. The video of this episode, the title of this episode is going to be Brian sits quietly at home and Mike stares at Reddit on the couch.
I'm having fun.
Are you finding any interesting stories or anything?
Brian,
Mike?
any gray duck slamming?
About 3 or 4.
3 or 4 what?
Gray ducks.
3 or 4 gray ducks.
Like,
God.
are we like
Are you
mixing
duck
it?
hunting, or-
Are we shooting it? Like what? Details.
In a cup.
With. All right, I think he's
With ice.
purposely trying to be a stick in the mud right now. Fucking getting details out of him is like fucking pulling teeth on me.
This is what happens when we record on a Sunday. Everyone's tired.
You're just tired. I'm just fine. Eric, are you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Everyone is tired.
Just feels like it's just
I'm
me
fine.
and you talking. That's
Yeah.
all.
Ah, it's whatever. All right, somebody plug something random. Go.
NyQuil.
Yeah, brought to you.
I took some NyQuil the other night. I slept for 12 hours.
And it's still in effect.
Yeah, it's still affecting him as we speak. Happenings in sports. This is when Mike really livens up here. Happenings in sports right now. Obviously, the
Upset.
Yeah, upset city.
Why are you upset? Are you upset we're talking about sports, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Upset city. The NCAA tournament's going on for men's and women's. But yeah. So right now, how many upsets are there been? What do you count as an upset? Like more than 3 seeds apart?
Yeah, I would say like 10-7 would be the...
Yeah.
10-7, 12.
I wouldn't even.
Even
I wouldn't
10-7
even
is
say
not even that
10-7.
much.
I'd say 6-11.
Yeah,
starts
6-11.
Did you say 9-11? No,
No.
so
7-11?
11.
Slurpee.
So right now it's UCLA beat BYU. UCLA was a play-in team for 11 seed, beat 6 seed BYU, and then in that same region, the East region, Abilene Christian University takes down Texas.
Yeah, it was a big one.
That's a 14 beating a 3.
Last second free throw.
And then what are on the other side? Syracuse taking down San Diego State. Do we count 11 beating 6 as a
Yeah,
upset?
I'll go with it.
Yep, that's an upset.
Loyola Chicago taking on Georgia Tech and then take
And
down number 1 Illinois
Yeah, it was huge.
today by a lot. Wasn't even close at
12
all
or
for the
something
whole
points.
game. It was 58-71 total, or
Okay.
final. And then Oregon State taking down number 12 Oregon State taking down Tennessee easily by 16 or 14. Oral Roberts
Yeah, what?
Oral Roberts at number 15 takes down number 2 Ohio State. Oral Roberts, Mike. Oral Roberts refused to go down. Oral Roberts refused to blow it.
They make the other teams go down for sure, though.
I refuse to acknowledge that low-hanging fruit.
I got some low-hanging fruit you can acknowledge.
Nuts are a legume.
And then the last one, North Texas University. The old NTU takes down number 4 Purdue So the Big Ten kind of like falling like flies right now. And then today, Wisconsin, number 9, loses to Baylor, number 1. Illinois, like I just said, number 1, loses to Loyola Chicago and Sister Jean, a number 8. So how many Big Ten are left? You got Rutgers facing Houston tonight.
You got Maryland.
Maryland's still in it. Michigan is still in it. Iowa's still in it. We forgot one. Ohio.
Yeah.
Not Ohio State, but Ohio takes down Virginia.
Yeah, the best basketball team in Ohio.
Yeah, no kidding. That's like, it's not Ohio State, like Ohio. Like, that's like
Ohio University.
yeah, that's like UW Eau Claire taking down Michigan or Wisconsin. Something like that.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, that's, who's our games tonight for the rest of the night?
Oh, right now,
Texas Tech is playing Arkansas.
Texas Tech that was a sneaky 6 pick, I thought, like a sneaky 6 seed. They were going to be good. And
right now Syracuse is
26
beating
to
West
23.
Virginia.
And Arkansas struggled against number 14 Colgate, just like every resident in Arkansas does. They struggle with Colgate. So
Yeah, that's a brush your teeth.
That's a toothpaste
Joke.
joke.
yep, yes it was. So my question for you two that actually follow college basketball, at least a little bit, at least when it comes to March Madness time, which 10 seed or higher, or lower I should say, has the best chance of moving on? So you got Ohio, you got UCLA, Abilene Christian, Maryland, Rutgers, Syracuse, Oregon State, or Roberts, North Texas. Which one?
Syracuse is always kind of a weird tournament team.
Syracuse is
They're-
always a good, is historically good at college basketball. So
I'm gonna go UCLA only because they play Albertine Christian University.
yeah, if they beat them, they get into the Sweet
Yeah,
16. So
Well, I mean, moving on means past this round.
if they beat Abilene, they'd have to play the winner of Alabama and Maryland.
Yeah, you can see a upset Maryland beating Alabama. So
Yeah, I mean, Maryland, out of the Big Ten, I thought the lower seeded teams outside of Illinois were probably the better. Like, I wasn't that impressed with Michigan. I wasn't that impressed with Ohio State.
yeah, but Iowa's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Iowa's got that
Draining those
3-point. Yeah, they got that 3-point shooting and that big man right there in the middle. Probably one of the best center, probably the best center in Big Ten play, at least.
Garza.
Yeah, Garza.
Yeah, that's his name.
Big boy for sure.
When I saw Wisconsin at the 9, I thought that was going to be a sleeper team. But you never know with North Carolina because they're always a kind of perennial, been there, done that, going to be a higher seed in the tournament. So why do you think there's so many upsets this year? Is it mostly because we're playing in conference
100%.
and you're not seeing teams from other conferences? You're not getting different competition levels?
You just don't have the comparison. You have the comparison of, Ohio State's been running away or Iowa's been running away in the Big Ten, but how does that compare to the ACC?
Well, I mean, again, every team, any team can get hot. All you got to do is get into the tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing. It's like most of these games are close either way. So
All right, so I'll ask you right here.
Even the smaller schools that got in are really good schools.
Yeah.
Like-
I feel like the smaller schools...
UC Santa Barbara played really well against Creighton. They almost won.
Liberty almost beat Oklahoma State. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
that one was close. That
you're
was
getting
60,
pretty
69.
much like 64 quality teams in there, so it's not ridiculous that
What was another...
upsets like that will happen. And sometimes you get those tournaments here where you just happen to get a bunch of them happening. There's no real logic ever to like filling out brackets or
No,
March
it's
Madness.
pure luck. It's literally a lottery, basically. So it's pure luck.
yeah, that's why you
Everybody-
should take like a few.
Everybody
12
knows...
That's why
who's-
everybody keeps losing to Janet in Human Resources here because she picked the mascot name.
Yeah. Or Mike was talking about if he filled out a bracket, he was going to pick out whatever name sounded the coolest. Like,
That's how a lot of people do it.
yeah.
You're better off that way than some other ways than overthinking it. So.
Yeah, so I felt like, we're going to get some upsets this year, so I picked Northern Texas, and I picked Winthrop, but Winthrop loses, Northern Texas won. But, I mean, all these other upsets, like Oral Roberts and ACU and Abilene Christian University and like stuff like that.
Well, and typically, like you would look for like the teams that have typically done well, like the smaller schools, like the Winthrop's always played teams pretty well, and like Loyola Chicago, they made that run a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and
2017 it was.
like VCU has made runs before in the past, so they.
Yeah, but they didn't even get to play.
Just saying that. Unfortunately, they had COVID issues and had to forfeit.
Yeah, how easy was that for Oregon? They didn't even have to they did warm ups, but they didn't actually have to play, and they get to go to the next round. So
that's insane.
Right.
Yeah, that's they play Iowa tomorrow at noon, but noon tomorrow at the time of this recording. But yeah, I think that's what it is. You're seeing so many upsets is because really the committee, what is it called?
The committee.
The committee.
Yeah, I thought it was more like the electric committee.
Oh, it does not have a fun code name. It's just called the selection committee.
Selection committee. That's what I was thinking of. I feel like they didn't really have anything to go off of outside of conference play, because they did I think everybody like the Big Ten. They played 3-4 of their first games were out of conference, but they were all like small, like barely D1 schools. So kind of like how they do like college football. You always beat up on the small schools to kind of be your preseason, and then towards the last half of the season, it's all conference play.
Yeah, but they also pay a ton of money to those small schools, so it's great.
Yeah, it works out for the small schools. That's
Yep.
why they agreed to get beat up on by Wisconsin or Ohio State or whatever, is because
Well, the school agrees on it.
those
The
schools
kids probably don't want it.
no.
What was it? 2006 Michigan football paid Appalachian State about $1.8 million
To ruin their season?
Yeah. I mean, they pay for the travel, they pay for the hotel, they give the school money out of their revenue for that game, and that's why the small schools do it.
Yep.
So they can afford to have a program. So NCAA basketball, look at that. How do you guys like it all in one spot though? All in Indianapolis.
I don't see a difference. I never go to them. So
It makes sense. Just saying, it makes sense. I mean, to me, it wasn't it's not like a big deal, or something, because I never really paid too much attention. Like, maybe you could have argued that, in some years, if, a team was an East Coast team had to go play in the West bracket, could that have, travel or something, screw with them or something? But
I mean, I like it, but I don't.
I didn't see it as much of a thing, so.
I like it but I don't, because when you get to the first and second round and you're in 12 different cities, you're kind of stimulating the kind of bar scene and everything in those cities with those games going on and their fans and their families. But then I also don't like waiting a couple days or 3 days or 5 days because a team has to travel from Minneapolis to Houston to play the next round.
Yeah.
This way, these teams are getting a day, maybe two of rest, and then they're playing the next round. So, I mean, today and tomorrow is the second round. Then Saturday, Sunday this week is the Sweet 16. And then Sunday, Monday is the Elite 8. I mean, the fact that you're having the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 the next couple days after the Sweet 16, I mean, it's perfect because they don't have to travel from Atlanta to
I mean, that's
Detroit.
how they use. Well, I mean, typically, remember how they do it. First round is Thursday, Friday. Second round, Saturday, Sunday. Then Thursday, Friday, Sweet 16. Saturday, Sunday, the Elite 8. And then the next Saturday would be the Final Four.
Yeah, so March Elite,
and then Tuesday, and then Monday or Tuesday would be the finals or something in a typical non-PNC year.
So Elite 8 is the 29th and 30th of this month. So that's hold on. So Sweet 16 is the 27th and 28th. So
I believe that's a Tuesday, isn't it?
So Sweet 16 is this upcoming Saturday, and a week from today at the time of this recording, Sunday. And then Elite 8 would be that Monday, Tuesday. And then the Final Four is the following Saturday, April 3rd. And then the championship is Monday night, April 5th. So
just so long. I don't get why they need to space it out so much.
March Madness goes into April. Well, it does it every year. It's
Well, I know.
It's
I get
always
that,
the
but
first
it's-
week of April is the championship. So
Of course, they want to make it where it's the weekend so that people can travel for